welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, a black and gold mosh pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hawkeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So South Carolina's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Flips it out to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls down.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Quick pass on the fly motion. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man on the right. That's 20. He's got space. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Finds his big tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yet, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. This defense needing this energy from the... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They march 79 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Iowa's offense has its first opportunity of the day. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for space. It's Casey. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball up.
He's got it. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Wide receiver coming across in motion. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Ingram. Getting some heat. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Gamecocks are on the move. They'll throw it on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to move it through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Gamecocks! Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engage, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
I got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football, and they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Looking downfield, it's Ingram. Pressure coming. Finds the tight end. And the Gamecocks are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. He wants to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Gamecocks trying to cash it in on first and goal. Gets it out fast. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Looking to throw for it. Got his man in the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Hawkeyes want to move quickly. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice.
He hurls one deep down the left side. What a snag by the defense. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Ingram. Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man, everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. He makes a catch. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Reels it in down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Quickly complete. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He makes the connection. Running through contact. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to move it through the air. And the timing just a hair off.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll come out throwing on first down. It's complete to the right. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Fires to the middle. It's complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. The 50, the 40, he's at the 30, 10, and he brings it back. Can you believe this? The final play of the first half. What a disaster. That might get the offensive coordinator fired at halftime.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella...
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. One of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Iowa City.
And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive...
All kinds of running room. Inside the 30. The 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Iowa.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
To the air on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Back to pass, it's Ingram. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Takes it from the gun on third down. He lofts one down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Using the quick game. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the punishment has been extended.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to blow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They're going to ride this running back.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. They'll try the run. Oh, what a move. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he made the extra point without problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch called for and made. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying play action. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Ingram. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. Trying to find his man on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They keep attacking through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on first and goal. From the gun. Feeling some heat. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the stomping has commenced.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds if you see this.
The Hawkeyes will have it first and 10. Wide out in motion. Going up top on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Setting up the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Dropping back, it's Ingram. Looking left. Pulls it in. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. At the 45 on its way. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. From the 22 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. Got it! Touchdown, South Carolina! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Lane. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab. And they finally get him down, but not before he's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll call for the fair catch here. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Still looking, on the move. Still on his feet at the 45. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Fights off a defender. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. They'll try to run for it. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the pummeling has started. Into this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Gives it to the back on the draw. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.